a nice backyard. I ain't got no pool or nothing, but I got a fountain and I got a fire pit. And they come over to the fire pit and we drink Monkey Shoulders whiskey and we go, "You're the man." But I think it's just by the fans. I think it's given to you by the fans. I would say it's given to you by the fans. You go to any barbershop, you sign on to any XY radio show, you sign on to a Real Cash show, you're going to be talking about LeBron. If you talk about sports, you're going to be talking about LeBron James. You're going to be the front story. For example, when you walk into a barbershop 15 years ago, Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. You go in a little bit before that, Michael Jordan was the best player in the league. Before that, it was Bird and Magic. Before that, it was the Doctor. Then it was Kareem, and so forth and so on. It is a fictitious. It's just like who labeled Floyd Mayweather the pound for pound best boxer in the world. Floyd Mayweather did. If you say it, to quote Adolf Hitler, if you tell a lie long enough, the whole world believes it to be true. So, bam, you can either give it to yourself, Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest of all time, or the general public will give it to you. Whoever the face of the league is traditionally known as the greatest player in the world. So the Kings did not have the game seven in their place. The Kings did have game 7 in their place, but you being a Lakers fan, you know damn well game 6 was fixed. And he openly admit that game 6 was fixed, so it's really not a conversation to have, Clay. I mean, if the man did federal time for fixing game 6, I'm quite sure he played a role in fixing game 7 as well. Because the Lakers, they had the Lakers dead to right. So, this is documented history. This is something he admitted. This is not something that, it's not urban legend. This dude has done time for fixing a basketball game. I understand that you love your Lakers. I understand you love your Lakers, but this dude cheated for your Lakers. I ain't mad. It ain't like, again, you don't have to get a ring back. I would wear my cheated for the championship ring. I would get a cheated for the championship ring t-shirt if I was you. My team won. That's just me. Down he did game 7 in Sacramento. I recall the Kings choking, specifically Page was shooting 3 in the air ball, 3-pointer from the corner to win. Told you I was fluent in typo. To win the game, Sacramento lost in OT. Clay. But game 6 was the worst officiated game I've ever seen. Shout out to RC. He confirms what I just stated. RC, as usual, in the building. Hey. Was y'all trying to, again, if you want to, this is the End of the Bench podcast on XY Radio. Please enter the XY competition, the contest, win 2 tickets to the Dungeon Family concert or dinner for 2 in the town of your choice, wherever you live. Go to www.xyaffiliates.com/contest. 3 steps to win. Holla at your girl, Mocha Bella in the building, always supporting the squad. But you still have to win. Okay, well, hey Clay, let me ask you this: were you one of those people that was talking this nonsense about instant replay and that when that shitty ass call when it was fixed and all that? Because they still had overtime. That bogus ass call, they still could have went in overtime and won the game, right? If that's the case, you should have never. If you were talking that bullshit about the Rams should have been in the Super Bowl, Cayete. That's all I'm saying. If you said that was a bogus call with the Rams and you were upset and was talking and not saying nonsense, you cannot be saying this game 7 thing because the Rams still had overtime. That's all I'm saying. I ain't have a dog in the fight, but I'm just saying. Rated Kev in the building. Thanks for the love, my brother. Oh yeah. I hear Laker hate. No. You do not hear any Laker hate. I'm Tim Donaghy hate. He admitted that he fixed Game 6, and people had them pictures on. He was behind in money, so he fixed the Game 6, and then he went on to win. I ain't mad. I told you, man. Anything Magic Johnson involved with, I like, man. Magic Johnson, I think he's the greatest player in NBA history. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest basketball player ever. So if you're affiliated with Magic Johnson, which the Lakers are, I'm rolling with you. That's all I'm saying. But I see he would be doing a book like Ollie North, White Crown Pays. Angry black man is in the building. He's swinging hard. I'll say, okay, well, then you cool. If you didn't say that pass interference cost in the game, then you're cool. You are cool. That's okay. If you didn't say that, if you didn't think that was a bogus call, okay, then you are in the minority. Amen to you on that one. But I find it difficult to believe that. I'm just saying, between me and you know what I mean? But and be clear, I was rooting for those Lakers in that series. I despised the King. I didn't despise the Kings. At the time, I was kind of despising Kobe Bryant, but I've always been a Chris Webber fan until he threw that man under the bus. But yeah, it don't make a difference. But thanks for the participation. Now, I'm about to go into some geopolitical nonsense. I'm angry at Adam Silver and the rest of the National Basketball Association. The reason I'm saying this, I hope Ben for BS3 is still listening, because I spoke about this on his show last night. The National Basketball Association is about to enter the continent of Africa and start a league. And they'll have 12 teams representing 12 different countries. And, one second, I'm a Falcon fan, so you, okay, anything saying. But you did think it was a bogus call. And you knew, you may have rejoiced, Clay, but I find it difficult for you to believe. I don't believe that, bro. Ready for life in the building. Thank you, brother. But, they're entering the continent of Africa. This is really why I called it history versus his story. Now, on the surface, oh, that's so dope, man. The NBA going to Africa, and they're going to be giving brothers opportunities to come to the NBA, and they're going to have an infrastructure in place, and yada, yada. Man, that's so awesome on the surface. But the reality of the situation, this is colonization 2.0. These people are entering the continent of Africa to rape the resources again. Look, let's just go back to, I think, 1454. If I'm doing this off the top of my head, Modern World History taught you this. 1454, Pope Nicholas V's sanctioned slavery in the beginning. They were trying to get around to India. They stopped in the country that we know as Ghana now. Took a brother, brought him back up to the Pope, and that will be the beginning of slavery. A year later, he died. 1525, the transatlantic slave trade begins, and they start shipping our brothers and sisters off to Brazil. And this last time they came, they took doctrine that we created, that we call the Holy Bible, that was created in Kush. Depending upon the Bible that you have, is C-U-S-H or K-U-S-H. Kush is Ethiopian. And they took that knowledge from Ethiopia and brought it back to our brothers on the west side of Africa. And they said they enslaved you with your own doctrine because you didn't know, because everybody was going to Kush to get educated. Kemet, Kush, or whatever you want to call it. Now, they've come back 500 years later and presenting basketball as the new doctrine. The reason I'm upset about this is this. There has been a mass, a lot of the countries in Africa have been excommunicating people, and they've been telling their white counterparts to get the hell off the continent. You've even had people in Africa say, hey, y'all got only a certain amount of time to be here. Now that these people are starting to mobilize and organize, you come, instead of coming with the Bible, you've come with basketball. The reason I'm upset about this is this. I am an avid sports fan, true indeed. And I know it is cloaked in the disguise of opportunity, but this is not opportunity. Remember, 45 or 46, Jackie Robinson, or 42, I think it's 42, it really don't make a fucking difference. Early 40s, one of the greatest, the most successful businesses in the history of our community is the Negro Leagues. Whereas people from our community were part owners, and they were getting part of the gate, and it was wildly successful. And then they invited us into their leagues, which destroyed our business base. Here we are 50, 60 years later, we're still suffering. 50, 60, 70 years later, our business base is still it has been eroding. Just to realize this. In 1960, I think it was 80% of our people were literate. We own our own businesses and things of that nature. The more we integrate into the dominant society, the less we are literate, the less businesses we own, and we continue to be under the tyranny of the man, so to speak. That same thing is happening over there. We have countries over there with tremendously great technology, academia. See, the thing is, if you put a person in a situation to allow them to exercise their minds, if you get an opportunity to exercise their minds, we've shown throughout the history of the world, we will exercise our mind and create civilization itself. If you ask us to create athleticism, we've done that. But what suffers when you stop exercising your mind and stop exercising your body? You get the American populace now known as Negroes, Afro-American, or black people. So, I don't like it because you're taking resources from the country. You got people, if you really want to help people on the continent, what you do is you create a bunch of academic situations. You create situations for vocation. You create situations for music, art, and things like that. Education, vocation, academic education, vocation, arts, and sciences. That's what you do. And technology. I don't need another damn basketball. And what they're going to do is present basketball as an opportunity, and then if you are not accepting to it, they're going to threaten to take those opportunities away, just like the Chinese are doing. Well, we'll give you so much money, and then you own a piece of the country, and this is the problem. This is why I'm disappointed, as happy and pleased as I was over All-Star Weekend with Adam Silver. I am equally disgusted with what's going on now. I understand that it is all entertainment, but this is the same banana in the tailpipe we've fallen for already. When you have countries like Ghana, as of January 1st, offering an easy visa program to people who look like me, anybody part of the diaspora. You can go back and get an easy visa. All you have to do is apply, and you're more than likely to be accepted. I don't like the fact that the National Basketball Association will pick 12 countries. I bet you those are going to be 12 of the most mineral-rich countries on the continent. And they're going to put basketball teams there, and they're going to figure out a way to finagle and cheat these people who are disenfranchised, in some cases, out of their land, and continue to recolonize and attempt to recolonize the continent. That's why I'm upset, Ben. On the surface, again, it is a good opportunity. The reality of the situation is this. We are dealing with capitalists. And when you're dealing with capitalists turn you, your grandmother, your grandfather, and all of your ancestors into property. And this is another, and there is no place on the face of the earth where a capitalist has shown up and it has been better. Perfect example here on North America. The natives of North America allowed capitalists to come in. They extracted these people from their land and pushed them onto reservations. Now, here we are, 200 years later, those same capitalists are taking those people who they put them on land who couldn't develop food, the land that wasn't fertile for food. So they had to depend on the government to feed them, and that's why they get money for those fucking casinos and things like that. Now what they're doing, you got those lands that we forced you into that you couldn't feed yourself on. They're mineral rich, and now they taking that land from them too. Expect the same thing to happen on the continent. This is why I am pissed off with the National Basketball Association in regards to this invasion of the continent. So, I mean, I understand other people may see things different than me. I understand that there will be varying opinions, but I can give you chapter, book, and verse of time and time again. Again, if you disagree with me, all you have to do is show me the face on the planet of the earth where a capitalist has moved into a base and the result was something positive. Nothing. And this nonsense about brothers could buy teams, they're not going to give you, even if you do buy a team, you still going to buy a team under their umbrella, and we can, what's the dude named, the racist dude who used to own the Clippers, we can do that to you and take your team. So no, I am not I'm not happy with this. It pisses me off, and it's another, again, it's history versus his story. His story is we moving over there to take advantage of the athleticism over there, and we gonna help those disenfranchised people. History tells me anytime you show up on that continent, everybody who was born on that continent end up with a foot in their ass. This is why I'm pissed off at Adam Silver. This is why I'm pissed off at the NBA, and this is why I'm not happy with this 12-league team, because again, we continue to attempt to trust people who they've proven time and time again they are not trustworthy. They are not worthy of our trust, and I'm pissed off, and I don't fucking like it. Off the soapbox, back to the show. High school and colleges have already been taking players from Africa for the last 30 years.